never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past and the pettiness.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Astrology for Mystics. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Saturday night live readings, you know, the deal. Thank you so much for being here, guys. So tonight is the new moon, super moon in Taurus. What is Taurus? Taurus rules the second house. It's about your values. It's about the earth's resources. It's about money. It's about assets. It's about minerals, gems, anything earthy. It's about things that you own, things that you possess, values. So today, my mom messaged me today and wanted me to listen to some videos of a girl that she's got her doctorate in history, and she's well versed in ancient history. And there's a lot of things that I agreed with. There's a lot of things that I disagreed with when she started talking about the Anunnaki and things of that nature. So it's about my values. My values. My second house is Jupiter, or Jupiter is in my second house. And so Jupiter was expanding this opposition with my eighth house, where Mars is, where my North Node is. I've written about the Anunnaki. I've written about the Anu. And the way that I perceive it is just different. And that's okay. We can all have different perceptions, different ways of thinking. And we can still be friends. We can still be family, right? My mom didn't get mad at me or anything like that. But that opposition, it was a smooth sailing type of energy, you know? But with that being said, this Taurus super new moon, not a full moon. A new moon is when the sun is conjunct the moon. And so they're in conversation. The sun is shining, the moon is reflecting. And I don't know if you've seen any other astrologers talk about, you know, this shift that we're going through with this new moon. And it's because of the degree in which it was conjunct. It's a 25 degree, or was it a 27? No, 25. And this degree is Algol. It goes back to Medusa, the story of Medusa and her losing her head. So it's all about conspiracy. Lots and lots of conspiracy. And so that's what I was being infiltrated with. I don't know about you guys, how it's been working out for you, but I would love to hear about it. I would love to hear how it worked out for you. But first, Kiki, I don't know if you're still here, honey, but congratulations. Thank you for making the move, girl. Welcome to the Watchers. Welcome, sweetheart. welcome to the Watchers, girl. So glad that you were able to join us as we watch and we observe. Yes, everybody, thank you for hitting that thumbs up. Thank you for being here. Become a member if you would like. We would really appreciate it. Hi, Cinderella. Good to see you, honey. Good to see you, Cindy. Good to see you, Jill. Good to see you guys. Bo is in the house. Zenith, it's your birthday. Your baby's birthday. Aw, happy birthday, little babes. I'll be back on replay. I'll be getting a hold of you. Much love. I'll be in and out. Thank you, Zenith. Thank you, honey. Good to see you. And happy birthday for your little babes. Happy solar return. If we did, I mean, it would be extremely boring if we all agreed, wouldn't it? It wouldn't just, sometimes it's great, like, when we can be on the same wavelength, that like the video that I uploaded today, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's about the conjunction of Sedna in Gemini and Uranus. They're gonna conjunct at the same exact degree. And the video that I put out isn't everything that I'm seeing in the chart. I mean, I could have had an hour-long video of everything that I'm seeing in that chart. But when we were sitting outside, Jeff had watched it and we were talking about it, and he's like, whoa, like this makes perfect sense. And we were talking about magnetism and how the earth is conducive, like literally conducive. The magnetic field, we were talking about that. So, it's fun to get on the same wavelength and to be in a conversation with someone that understands what you're talking about. But at the same time, it also challenges us when somebody disagrees or when they challenge us to explain more, and sometimes people get these challenges and they're like, they start stuttering and it makes them uncomfortable, it makes them anxious, and they think that you're arguing with them. And that can be uncomfortable too, but that's what makes the world go round. We all have a difference of opinion, different mindsets, different perceptions, especially based on our experiences, right? Right? So yeah, it's been quite, it was quite the conversation that Jeff and I were having, but at the same time, it's boring when people don't, when they're always agreeing with you. So I totally get that. Hey, Marianne, good to see you, honey. Michelle, so I don't miss. Thank you, Michelle. I'm so glad that you're here, honey. I'm so glad that you're here. Welcome, babe. Uncle Taco is in the house. What's up, Uncle Taco? What is up? What is up? Army vet. I need a break. I'm saying, let's cheers. Let's cheers to that. Let's cheers to taking a break from Nancy Guthrie. I mean, these cases will wear you out. They will wear you out. Maps wear me out. Looking at for all these people trying to figure out where they can be. Looking at the chatter, and most of it's the chatter. I mean, I've just come to that conclusion. It's just chatter. It's a bunch of bullshit. Bunch of bullshit. We're a smack talker. I thought I'm seeing smack talker. People saying hi to her. Where you at, girl? Where you at? We're a smack talker. There you are. Smack talker is also in the house. Hey, honey. How you doing, Michelle? Good to see you, babes. Yeah. Get you one. I was telling Jeff, I said, shoot, if I wasn't going live tonight, I'd have me a whiskey and Coke or something. I'd have me a whiskey drink tonight. I would. So if you do indulge, drink one for me. It would not be conducive for me to do so. I'd be, we definitely have a Saturday Night Live, that's for sure. But I was thinking, gosh, when I walked in, I saw on top of our fridge, one of our refrigerators that's that's where all the adult beverages is in the sunroom. And I saw Jim Beam on top. I was like, God dang, that would be some good stuff right there. But yeah, chew a gummy for me too. I'd be out. I would be out if I chewed a gummy. But hey, I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it. So tonight, I don't know if you guys heard the news or not, but there is, let me make it bigger. There was a massive explosion in Israel. Israel's government defense that builds the rocket engines for Arrow 2 and Arrow 3 missile interceptors, the system Israel uses to shoot down Iranian ballistic missiles. Excuse me. Here's why the controlled explosion explanation doesn't hold up. And it doesn't. I'm going to show you guys the astrology of it. It doesn't hold up. It's not true. It's absolutely not true. Emergency services were scrambled immediately to respond. You don't scramble emergency services to something that was planned. The scale of the blast is consistent with one thing: rocket motor propellant or solid fuel igniting unexpectedly, which makes complete sense for a facility that manufactures rocket propulsion systems. The most likely explanation: an accident during testing or production, but the timing is worth sitting with. Iran just escalated for the first time on its own terms, not in response to US action, but initiating a more emboldened Iran than the one that entered the ceasefire. An accident at Israel's most critical missile defense facility is the probable answer. Sabotage at exactly this moment, at exactly this target, cannot be fully ruled out. Here it is.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
מה זה?
יש שם בסיס צבאי באמא שלי. יו! מה זה? What the fuck?
מה זה?
What the fuck?
And then you start speaking.
מה זה?
יש שם בסיס צבאי באמא שלי. יו!
Well, he knows our slang. Show her.
יואו, מה זה? לא יודע. יואו, מה זה? לא יודע.
Israel, we specialize in covert operations around the world. Iran, understood. So, what I'm seeing, then we got other people talking about may they burn in hell. That's not sweet. That's not good. But this new moon in Taurus, okay? New moon, new intentions, right? And for everybody, it's working out differently. What I see in this chart is a connection with Netanyahu, with Israel, and China. Trump just got back from China. Trump uploads. Let me see if I can find that. What he uploads. Let's see. Where is it? On his social media. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? Anyway, I know it's somewhere. Where did it go? Okay, I don't see it. Anyways, Trump uploads. You know what? I know where I could find it. I know where I could find it and show it to you guys. Hold on. I'm going to find it and show it to you guys because this is important, and I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show you the astrology, and it's really, it's a slam dunk. I mean, it's a slam dunk. This is what's happening. Let me view my channel, my history here. Let me see. Where did it go? Okay, here it is. Here it is. Hold on. Let me get to it, and then I'm gonna show it to you guys because it's like he uploads this, and then hold on. Okay. This is Benny Johnson for you guys. This is Benny Johnson, and we're gonna watch this for just a second, because then I'm gonna show you the astrology, and we're gonna get. Look, if anybody wants a reading, if you want an oracle card, if you want an astrology reading, let me know. Let me know. Okay, you'll have to know your birth time. All right, here we go.
President Trump is Q posting again, the calm before the storm. This was sent this afternoon. Donald Trump in a MAGA hat with the commander of the Navy, both of them on a destroyer, the Iranian vessel trapped in between the American vessels, lightning behind him. What is Donald Trump trying to tell us? The calm before the storm. But this isn't the only thing that President Trump sent today. He also sent him.
So the calm before the storm. That's what he posts. The calm before the storm. Look at that.
Calm before the storm. But this isn't the only thing that President Trump sent today. He also sent him in Space Command, launching missiles all around the globe. See here, Space Force. President Trump's wearing a Space Force uniform, and he's launching ballistic missiles into the atmosphere, intercontinental hypersonic missiles. President Trump posted these two images back to back. What does he mean by all of this? Two posts, 1 hour apart, both pointing in the same direction. Either this is an elaborate Saturday afternoon trolling, or it's presidential history in the making. Ladies and gentlemen, something has just happened. Right after President Trump posted those images, we see a enormous mushroom cloud in Israel. Something's going on here. There is really no explanation for this. There's been a total and complete media blackout. Nothing makes sense. Again, these posts and these images are just minutes old. So perhaps there's some type of explanation beyond what has been whispered about online right now, which is that this was a controlled explosion. I'm sorry.
He said, I'm sorry. And then this was 4 hours ago. This was, okay, so he uploaded this video 2 hours ago, and then this was 4 hours ago.
Israel says it has assassinated the highest-ranking military commander left in Hamas after launching an airstrike in Gaza.
Now, Israel says that Izz al-Din al-Haddad was a key architect of the October 7th attack. The strike killed at least 7 people and wounded 50 others. Regional security teams are on high alert, though, as this killing threatens a very fragile U.S.-brokered ceasefire.
So that's it. That would be it, guys. I mean, yeah. New moon in Taurus. New supermoon in Taurus. It's all about these values. The values, the money. So the money maker was blasted, and it was hitting the connection that China and Netanyahu has. And it was ×2. And I want to show you that astrology. I really do, because, this is an astrology channel, and that's what we do. That's what we do, guys. We look at the astrology, right? Okay, so let me go ahead and make sure where's my pen? Where is it at? There it is. Okay, here we go. Check this out. All right, let's get off Justin. I'm sick of looking at them too. Okay. Okay, so let me go to last image I was looking at. Okay, so Israel explosion, and let's look at the International Atomic Agency, because you know that I have charts galore. If there is a time stamp, if there is a time that anything was created, I've got the chart for it, because that's what I think that we astrologers should be doing, is we should be pulling charts left and right, right? Why do I keep doing that? Okay. So the first thing that I'm looking at, that I'm looking for, is I'm looking at Pluto. I'm looking at Pluto. I'm looking at degrees. I'm going to be looking at all of these degrees, trying to figure out what it is, where it's at, and all that good jazzy junk. I know that Pluto is up here. Pluto is in retrograde. It hasn't come to the 533 just yet. Okay, Pluto is in retrograde, but when Pluto comes back, when it comes back forward, it's going to hit their MC and is going to oppose their IC. Okay, so we know that that will eventually come. It's just not here yet. Just not here yet. We have the conjunction today. Remember, we had this conjunction today with Mars and Chiron. Mars and Chiron came to that 28-24. Chiron was at a 28-24. So I'm looking for any 28s. I'm looking for any 28s in this chart, and I see it with Mercury. Mercury is at a 28-20. So this would have been in transit yesterday with Chiron. That means that they were that there was already communications that this was going to go down. That's what I'm gathering. That is exactly what I'm gathering. And Chiron then comes to Jupiter and activates their Jupiter in the 5th house, the way that they are creating the International Atomic Agency was activated today. Today. The other thing, we can go to the Atomic Energy Act when it was signed. So this agency was the 1957, the Energy Act 1946. It was signed 1946. This energy is definitely coming. It's definitely coming. Definitely. When Admetos comes to the 505, it's going to activate this 11th house with Vulcan. The Vulcan is at 505, and eventually Admetos and Gemini is going to come to that 505. So the atomic energy, this explosion is Zeus is going to come in just a few days. Zeus is going to come and activate their Mars. And it's about the war, it's about the health and things of the past. So it's definitely, I can definitely see that it is shaking things up within the atomic agency. And also this act, this signage is with intense energy. And when I have told you guys that there is a directed energy that is related to Ceres, this is why. You're seeing it in action. Action, honey. Because the 529 that Pluto is at is exactly the same degree all day long as the Atomic Energy Act that was signed into fruition August 1st, 1946, 9:32 a.m. I can't make it up. Absolutely cannot make it up. Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see the 529 and the 529? Same sign in Aquarius. There is an intense energy, a tense transformation with a directed energy. It shook it up, shakes things up. And there's going to be a breakup. There's coming a breakup with two people, with communications is coming. Israel, 1948, their chart. Well, again, Ceres, directed energy here in the 3rd house of communications. This Ceres is directed energy. And it is hitting and activating the midheaven of Israel and activating the lowest point that Israel has with their governing agencies. 2502, 2502, 2502. And what happened is that this midheaven and this IC at a 2548 had quickly went over their MC degree as well. No doubt about it. You see it, you just see it. There's certain things that we just see in this chart that show us that Ceres is a directed energy. It is a directed energy. It's a weapon. So I don't think that this is any type of interceptor. It's definitely something different. Most definitely something different. And what's going to happen is there's going to be within, I'd say 3 days, 3 to 4 days, 19th, the 20th, something like that. Zeus is going to oppose their 7th house of relationships and partnerships with an investigation. And it's going to have to do with war. We can definitely pull up Gaza. But I'm telling you, this is going to be an ongoing process here. This isn't something that's just happened today and it's going to go away tomorrow, next day, or what have you. The 2121 with Jupiter in Cancer, it's coming to activate the things that are hidden that Israel hides with their Chiron. Definitely investigative worthy here. The other thing that I want to show you is net. Oh, BB. BB. Well, the lunar nodes, we were talking about this before and how the lunar nodes were coming to a 458. South node is in the 7th house of relationships. There's a lot of attention when it comes to the health factor. The lunar nodes is shaking things up for the future with groups. A little shaky shake with the 458, and this is in Pisces. Things of the past. There's that north node out of 458. This degree is shared with Netanyahu and the country of China. Here it is, right here, 458. 7th house of relationships, shaking things up with groups. And it is connecting to the lunar nodes of fate. There is a fate here. All right, so let's look at this. Let me go to China first. There we go. 458. Again, what we are seeing is that there is an activation, not just with Netanyahu's chart, but with the 458 Uranus shaking things up. Shaking things up. A little shake. With the fate. And so China, it is my theory based on the charts that this was a show for China because war sells. Whatever it is that they tested or that blew up or what have you, that didn't go as planned. Well, guys, because look at this. China also has a 529. What? Do you see it? Okay, the Atomic Energy Act and China with their public image. China is being activated. There's an activation. Pluto is activating the future, and China is able to see what just went down, and they have a wound. There is a wound here. They were showing China what they got, and there's no doubt about it. Not to me. And this is showing that because the Atomic Energy Act that was signed in 1946 connects to China. Okay. It's a slam dunk for me, guys. Absolutely a slam dunk. So we can even look at the United States. The United States, Mars is 2122. It was being activated with Jupiter, with the international law with two people, two countries. There was two. Things are definitely going to be shaken up come soon. Okay. The Sedna Uranus conjunction is coming for the United States, it's coming for Donald Trump, and there is going to be a conjunction that has not ever been seen in our lifetime. It's been 11,400 years since we have seen anything like what is to come with technical advances. So, hey, Sanderson, I'd like a reading, please, Jen. Sarah, Cummington, Georgia, and Overall would be nice. Health, family, marriage, and career, please, ma'am. Are you wanting to book a reading or do you want to just do like a mini read here, Sarah? If China rolls in, we have to back up, right? Thank you, darling. Okay. All right. So this energy that we are seeing is Jupiter is about to come and oppose the United States. Jupiter is here. See, Jupiter out of 2121, Jupiter is here. And when it comes to the 2128, it's going to oppose the second house of values with the authority here in the United States. So we are living in very interesting times, no doubt about it. Absolutely. We look at the nuclear, let me go back to the Nuclear Regulatory Commission, signed on January 19th, 1975. We have a lot that we can see with a justice here. There is definitely a justice. The Taurus energy is here where the new moon was taking place. There is so much that I could show you, but I just wanted to show you the very minimum. Because what is coming, what I think is, what I think is coming is just a show. They're putting on a show. Absolutely putting on a show. Okay, Sarah, I got you, hun. Mercury had already went over. See how Mercury is at 2849 during the explosion? So Mercury had already skipped over the sun and how the Nuclear Regulatory Commission shines. So it's my opinion that Mercury, the messenger in Taurus, the moon in Taurus, the moon and the sun are both coming to the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. And Chiron is going to come to that degree as well and shake things up with a past wound, a past pain. So it doesn't appear that they were notified. And it could be that there is some type of nuclear within, because look, Saturn is going to come to this 1053 as well and activate it with the information that's coming in. So I'm not convinced that this was some kind of, little something, something. I just don't think it is. I just don't think it is. So with that being said, Let me go ahead and pull up. Let me pull you up. Let me pull you up, Sarah. I don't remember if I have you in here or not. Seems like we've looked at you before. No. Sarah. September 26th, 1986, 11:36 p.m. Abington, Georgia. All right. Let me see if you're able to come up on panel. If you're not able to come up, it's fine. You don't have to show your face or anything like that. It just would make it a little easier so I don't have to keep coming back. But just click on the link. Sarah, click on this link right here. And that way you can be up here when I'm reading you. And if you want a reading, just do like Sarah did. She sent a little super chat. You can send a super chat, or you can send a donation through Venmo or Cash App. Okay, you don't want to come up on panel. Okay, that's fine. Well, then I'm just going to read it really quick and I won't have any feedback from you. But if you do decide to change your mind while I'm doing a little mini read, then you can come up here. You can click on the link and it'll be all right. Okay, so Sarah, you still live in Georgia? You still live in Georgia? Dang. Chiron for you is a 2122 in Gemini. That's interesting that we were just talking about that with the United States of America. So you are definitely connecting at a federal level. Huh. Look at that. Hold on just a second. You definitely connect to Trump. You connect to Israel. You connect to Mexico. I'm wondering if you've ever been there, Mexico or Israel. The 2122 that you have, that Chiron, well, that's in Gemini, 2122 Chiron in the 12th house. And we go back to the United States, their Mars here in the 7th house of relationships is a 2122. That's very interesting. Very interesting that you connect to the relationships with the United States, with communications, and that's where your Chiron is. So when the United States, and that means that Jupiter, let's see where Jupiter is right now. Is Jupiter activating this? Jupiter has activated that today. So I'm interested to know how that expanded things from the past with you today, with family, with mom, with home. I'm interested to see that or to hear about that. Yes, ma'am, you have been to Israel and Mexico both. See, this is why I like it when you're up here because then I can get immediate feedback and continue on. Interesting, interesting, interesting. You're so connected to the United States and these other countries. I'd be interested to know what it is that you do for a living, how you connect to these people. Connect. Hmm. Okay, then what do you mean, yes, ma'am? Okay. Well, you're definitely connecting to them. Definitely connecting to them both. And you shine there in the 4th house with home health, with contracts. What do you do for a living? 1546. 1546. Where is that? 1548, that was 2 days ago. There was a devouring energy with Jupiter 2 days ago. Interesting. Okay. There was definitely a devouring energy with you 2 days ago. There was a lot of learning that you were taking in, lots and lots of it, lots of learning. 2 days ago, that would have been Thursday. Thursday. There is definitely a breakup that's coming with you. There's going to be an opposition here of things of the past with communications, with that unconscious wanting to be made conscious, but it is going to oppose, Admito is going to oppose your Saturn. And so your Saturn here, it slows you down. There is a slowing down with the mental exploration, the IC house, with a lot of quick movement. It's the Archer. Sagittarius is that Archer. It's definitely about higher learning, international. $504. When is that going to come for you? So I don't think that for me, I would wait until let's see, because Saturn could be your dad. Is your dad still alive? Let's see how this Saturn is trying Vesta. Okay, so Vesta. There's a reigniting of a flame with your 11th house and how you bring in money. Saturn is going to come there. So, as far as the money situation goes, you got a lot more work to do. You got more work to do, you got more learning to do with whatever it is that you may be wanting to launch. So, let me look at that 504 with you, because there's something that's going to slow you down for a hot minute, but it's not going to last. It's just not going to last. Let's see. Where is it? Mitos right there. So the 504, you can let me know how this is going to work out for you. This is May 23rd. Okay, so this could have something to do with that, because what's going to happen is you've got a lot of work to do. There's a lot more work. The Saturn is going to come to your Vesta. So it's going to reignite a flame, and there's going to be limits and obstacles with the work, with the dad. And there's going to be a breakup with communications. This could go either way with the opposition. But I want you to let me know how it's going to go. It's going to take place Saturday. Let me see when it's going to actually come into fruition for you. Hold on. You have to let me know how this is going to work out. Let's see. Let's see when exactly this is going to take place. Okay, so this is going to start on the 22nd. Okay. So it'll start on the 22nd, Friday. So this coming Friday. And then, yeah, Vesta is going to oppose your sun. So as far as launching or doing anything with the way that you're bringing in money with your ventures, there's a lot of learning that you're going to be doing. And so I would look at letting this energy pass you. And by May 24th, I think things will be a lot easier. A lot easier. This is actually a fateful time that I'm looking at and I'm watching on May 24th. Once this passes you, there is a conjunction. And that's what I did. Like I said, that 505 with the atomic energy, this atomic energy and the Nuclear Regulatory Committee, there is going to be a shakeup. There's a shakeup here on the 24th. I'm watching that. But I would say past the 23rd, once you get past the 23rd, I think all will be a lot better for you. after whatever this is, it's going to shake us all up. Let's see. Okay, it's her graduation party. I think that the 23rd, once we get past the 23rd, you're good. You're good. And um it being your daughter's graduation, I don't know if there's going to be two people that would be there that you may not be talking with at the time or what have you, but it's just a slowdown. There's just a slowdown with your everyday. And that could be with your work. It could just be something having to do with work. You were really onto something and then you've got to stop. You got to go to the graduation party. It could be something as simple as that. Nothing big, nothing, severe. Um, and then as far as your relationships are cloudy. They're cloudy. It could be that, I don't know if you're in a relationship now, if you're going to be in a relationship, when that would be. There is a conscious raising experience of a relationship that is coming here. I remember seeing that. I'll have to look at that with your higher learning or long travels, even. But you see this Neptune here? Well, this seventh house is ruled by a 22 degree of Sagittarius. And what's happening is the dark moon is here. And it seems like you may be working with that dark moon, and that's good. When the dark moon comes and shakes you up, this is when you could really have some psychic revelations. I'll have to tell you when that's going to be. But your relationship, there's a lot of things. I don't know if he is from another country, if he's older than you. But there's going to come a shakeup. Let's look at that. Let's look at that 1844. Because there's going to be a shakeup with the dark moon. And this could be pretty psychic. I don't know. Sometimes the dark moons come over me with stuff like that. And crazy things have happened. Really exciting things. And it sounds crazy, but sometimes the dark moon can really do some crazy, fun things, interesting things. Okay, so it's at 18. It's going to be an 18 degree. So it looks like June, maybe June 5th. June 5th is a Friday night. June 5th. Yeah. It's a Friday night at 7 p.m. See what else I can see here. Yeah, and look at that. Your Chiron is going to be opposed, your natal Chiron in the 12th house. And it is about that subconscious. It is about the unconscious realms and making that unconscious conscious. So I think you're going to have a shakeup. You'll have to let me know how that goes. That's on June 5th. I hope you've written these days down. Psychic medium, but I'm not public yet. Biological is alive. Stepdad passed away. May 23rd. Yes, married. 17 years. Yep. So that is what I'm seeing. That is what I'm seeing. It's going to be a shakeup. A little shake. 350s, 350s, 354. Let's go back. And then the nodes. Oh, there it is, 352. Okay, so you're going to have, this is going to be a fateful time. This will be a fateful time for you. Look at that, 352. 352. Where did I go with that? 352. It's a fateful time, girl. Okay, so the lunar nodes are at a 354. And then it's going to come down to the 352, and that's when the fate is going to come to your MC and your IC right there. That's on June 6th. So June 5th and June 6th are going to be interesting days for you. No doubt about it. You're really working with that unconscious. Is it good or bad? Am I looking at trouble? I don't think so. I don't think that it's trouble. No. Like I said, I mean, the dark moon has come to me, and I mean, I've had some crazy cool experiences with it. So, like, I've literally had, I was working on the Quentin Simon case. No, it wasn't Quentin Simon. It was another case a long time ago, and there was no wind outside, and I was upstairs, and there was my one of my shit, one of my wind chimes came off of the little thingy off the front porch. It had come off the hook, but the hook is going this way, so the hook is going that way to the yard. But one of my wind chimes came off the hook and come and slam to the door. There was absolutely no wind. Like, I've had really cool experiences, and I was in deep, I was mapping and I was intuiting, and it was wow. And the little girl, I can't remember who was it. It was the Lacey Peterson. No, no, it was, I can't remember the little girl, but I was mapping the little girl. She was missing. I knew she was deceased. And I had a psychic moment with her. And I knew it was her because I had her birth time and I was looking at her birth chart. And she was in transit. I was in transit with the dark moon, and it went boom. It was really cool. Really cool. So, can it be like I've had really, like, I had a dark moon return this year and it wasn't good? Like, it was just not good. My dark moon came to my relationship house, and me and Jeff were not on the same page. But I mean, it worked out. It worked out. I survived it. You're not having a dark moon return, but there is a lot of things that is going to come, and this fate that is coming to you is on the let's look at it again. So the north node is going to sit here, and the south node is going to be here. So it's where we've been before. The fate is where we've been before with your mom, with your home, with your roots, with ancestry. Home is also Georgia. So, um, let's look at this. Yeah. It looks like trans Pluto is going to come here first. That trans Pluto will come to that 352 first. It's going to transform your home. It's going to transform your home. Is your mom still alive? Is your mother still alive? Let me know. 352. Mhm. 352. The moon is now critical, and the moon and Mercury are conjunct. The moon and Mercury are conjunct, guys. We are seeing it in real time. So we are going to be reflecting on all of the media that is surrounding Israel. We're reflecting on all of that. And Mitos has moved off of that 458. Yep. Okay, so the 355, let me go back to you. That lowest point. And this may show you a little bit of something. No, it's not gonna, so it's stationed, so it's not even gonna come to that 352, which is good. So it's not gonna transform the home with health. She is alive. Okay. Okay, maybe you have to move back in with her. I don't know. Married relationship ends, maybe. Are you thinking that there's problems with your relationship? Because that could be everything that we're going through, that you're going through right now. It could be that. If you're feeling like the relationship is about to end, that you are going to be moving in with mom, that could be it. Because there's a fate. There is definitely a fate that's going to be taking place. Could be that. Well, you'll have to let me know how that works out. You'll have to let me know how that works out, honey. You will have to let me know. I got a new deck Shauna sent me, and she's not even in here. She's not even in here. She sent me a new deck. Like, it just arrived. Where's she at? I don't know if Jeff, are you around? Maybe you could take this off for me. Let's see. Usually it doesn't have this. Oh, I got it. Stronger than I thought. Stronger than I thought, guys. This is a really cool deck. It's called the Lore Olympus. It's with the you know how I read all the 50 points, you guys? You know how I read all the 50 points? It's got Hades, it's got Poseidon, you know. Yeah. So that's what yeah. I mean, where's she at? Got a whole new deck. Let me text her real quick. Okay, I did it all caps. All caps. If she's been cleaning today, she may be out. She may be out like a light. But guys, I got a new deck. I got a new deck. And this is what the backs look like. This is what the back looks like. And the cards are kind of animated looking. She was like, I don't know if you would like this because they're animated. I'm like, girl, be aight. Some of these, like, what? Oh my gosh, and they're falling like crazy. They're hot, guys. They're hot. So I don't know if anybody would like a card from the new deck, but I at least want to read a couple of them. I'm going to read a couple of them. Retribution. Y'all know I want, when I do that mapping, I want some retribution. I want some retribution, guys. Who did it? Where are they at? What's going on? What's going on here? Okay, here we go. Jill says, I'll take one. Thanks, Jill. Oh, the one that fell, there was a bunch of them that fell. There was a bunch of them. Oh my gosh. Jill, when you find out about the experience that we talked about today, we need to pull that up. What's your grandson? Okay, yeah, this one is definitely this one too. This one too. So we got two for you, Jill. We got two. It was on Wednesday. We need to find out what time. You're welcome. You are so welcome. You got to keep in touch. You got to let me know. Okay, so Jill, we have grief with the number 7. Interesting. It's really not a 7. Grief and nostalgia. And it's got like a tape. It looks like, remember those VHS tapes? That's what it looks like. Holy shit. That's what it looks like. And it's got Hades and Persephone. So the story is that Persephone, Hades took Persephone, Demeter's daughter, down into the underworld. And this is what created our seasons, because he decided that he would, help Demeter with her grief of losing her daughter. That's cool. That how they go together like that. That's cool. Let's talk about that. I mean, let's read it. Let's read it. Cinderella says, I'll take one. All right. Let me know if anybody else wants one. Let me know. So Cinderella said she would take one. I've been working on cases in remote viewing, but I have not shared anything. Okay. All right, guys. 11 a.m.-ish Wednesday. Well, we'll do it privately. We'll do that privately. And unless you want me to pull it up, I don't mind. I don't mind. You just let me know. You let me know. Let's do grief and nostalgia. And look how big it is. Look how big the book is. I like it. Ah, grief and nostalgia. Oh, you can even do, it says talking about the spreads. I mean, this was a really good spread for the two. For the two. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. This is cool. Ah, I love it. Attributes. So we've got a grief and a nostalgia. We've got two attributes. Interesting. I like this. This is so cool. Okay, you got a list going. Thank you so much, Witchy Mama. You sweetheart. Grief. Okay. And it's about Persephone. I can't make it up. I love this. Oh my gosh. How do y'all pronounce Sythe? What is that called again? Because that's what this is. What's that called, Jeff? Can you pronounce that? What's it called? Jeff may not even be listening. Is it a scythe? A skeeth? How do you pronounce that? Anyway, that's what that is. And it goes back to Persephone. Devastation, heartbreak, anguish. Grief can be all consuming, be it over something tangible or intangible. Sorrow over what is, what was, or what will never be can crash in, shattering everything in its wake, or creep in slowly until all else feels microscopic in comparison. Grief can affect you in ways you cannot explain or understand, much like what Persephone experiences before her act of wrath. And I don't know about you, Jill, but it makes me think of the fur baby. That's what it makes me feel like. And then we've got nostalgia. Love it. Hades' memory is videotaped. So Hades' video is taped. That which you hold on to, you give power over yourself. Yearning for the past, for echoes of a feeling long gone, can bring comfort or a melancholic cage of contemplation. Hades' awkwardness and embarrassment about watching his lost memories pale in comparison to his desire to savor every memory with Persephone. And so I think that what this message is all about is savoring those memories, because the pain of letting go, it's just like, you know, letting go of what used to be and having those memories. And sadly, there's a lot of people in the world that are missing their loved one. Like Seth, his kid is missing. His best friend just passed away. And, in comparison, it's the same hurt. You're still feeling the same pain. Just because it was a fur baby, it doesn't make it any less of pain, because you loved and you cherished and you have memories. And you're not alone. Absolutely not alone. So I love this. I love this for you. And I appreciate you allowing me to read this. I love this deck. I'm art. Yeah, Sith. Okay, Sith. I'm like, Scythe? And remember, it's a Sith. That's what that is. I was like, it's a number 7, which it was a number 7. Guess it depends on which way you look at it. And so, Cinderella, are you still in the house, honey? You still in here? Yeah, hugs. Hugs for Jill. We love Jill. Jill is, I think, the weekend of the 5th, she is coming back to the good old state of Tennessee. I can't wait. Can't wait to hang out with Jill for the whole weekend. Here we go. There it is. That one's popping out. Indulgence. Indulgence. I want to pick another one. Let's see if we can get a. I'm excited to see you again, Jill. Hang out. Hopefully we can get Mr. Rogers in the house. If not, we're going to him. We got 2 more attributes. Okay. Okay. Wisdom and indulgence. We got wisdom and indulgence. Oh, wow. We got Chiron. It says, you may not can see it, but it says Chiron MD. Oh, I love that. Chiron MD. I can't see what it says under it. And there's a carrot. Dang it. It almost looks like that says Persephone too, but I don't see it. I can't. And then we have indulgence. Wisdom and indulgence. Interesting. Yeah, play cards. Watch the chickens. Hang out with the chickens. Indulgence. Okay. Indulgence and wisdom. All right. Indulgence. Cinderella. Hades bathhouse. Pleasure, luxury, extravagance. Desire is an enticing emotion to give into, even with reason and responsibility looming right behind, and sometimes a little gratification might be earned. Hades' extravagant underworld home inspires Persephone to rope Hades into indulging her more mischievous impulses. So we got the bathhouse, indulging in the bathhouse. That is the way that I'm taking this more than anything for wisdom. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at with Chiron, the wounded healer. And we've got Chiron's carrot pin, perception, understanding, discernment. Wisdom can be found within yourself, but it may also need to be sought outside. Chiron provides her clients with honesty, objectivity, and compassion so that they have the skills they need to make informed decisions about their lives. And so for me, Chiron, the wounded healer, he was, people talk about him being a myth, but half, half animal, half this and all of that. But there is actually new understanding that Chiron could have been a real dude, a real man. And there is actually a cave called Chiron's Cave. And you'll have to look it up. It's a really cool story. But when it comes to the bath and the indulgence and transmuting this pain into something greater with the wisdom, I'm thinking that indulgence, whether that be buying you something, making you feel better, whether it be because it's a new moon in Taurus too. So, we've got to think about that as well. But if we think about the indulgence with the bath water, indulging yourself in a good saltwater bath or a good type of shower where you are misting and having the mist and you're breathing in the mist and you're cleaning out your sinuses or what have you. There is a certain type of healing when it comes to water. And so as far as the indulgence goes and taking your clothes off and letting loose, maybe that could be you too, Cinderella. Let us know. Let us know, sis. Carbs, laugh, cooking on the grill. God, I'd be missing I'd be missing my buds. My eyes are bad too. Use a magnifier on your phone. I didn't even think about that. You're terrified of water. Oh my gosh. Well, you have to, I mean, you're taking a shower, you're taking a bath, salt water, just a bath, a shower. I mean, that's the indulgence of healing. Water, the element of water is the way that I'm taking it with Chiron. And the the Asclepions back in the day. Oh, here goes Sarah or Sanderson. You still in the house? Because 2 just dropped for you. Actually, 4 did. 4 just dropped for you, honey. The Fates. Hades. Hades. Ah, we got Hermes. We got Hermes. And Hestia. Hestia. I love it. Oh my gosh. Hestia, Hermes, Hades, and the Fates. The Fates. We are going to read you don't have to dunk yourself in the deeps. Just sit on the dock and soak your toes. Exactly. That's what, and look, face that fear. Chiron wants us to face fears. Any type of fears you have, face it head on. Not saying, go jump in the deep end for sure. And it could be those past traumas why you are terrified of water. So let's look at Hades first. Let's look at Mr. Hades. Hades gets a bad rap, don't he? Oh my goodness. Let's start with the Fates, actually. We'll start with the Fates. And we're going to work our way to Hades, then to Hermes, and then to Hestia. Okay? The Fates. This is the goddess of fate. Discerning wisdom eludes many, but you are able to assess the hidden mysteries of life. Each of the Fates, sisters, Clotho, Lachesis, and Atropos, resist definition and labels and unbounded commitment. Unbounded, commit only to their own collaborative, holistic truth and submit to no one's will but their own. So this is about the holistic fate, and bring in that holistic remedy into fruition, into your everyday herbs, spices, things, that I won't say the witches, but stuff like that. I do have herbs. Like I've got healing herbs. I'm back. Had to leave for a few. Hey, Bo, glad you're back. All right, so we have the Fates. We got the sisters. We got the 3 sisters. Then we've got Hades. Hades, god of the underworld and wealth. The Maverick, the restrained. You live your life in a balance, resigned to not caring what others think, and determined to intentionally defy what you cannot agree with. Like Hades, you struggle to reconcile your natural melancholy with trauma of the things that shaped you, but confidence comes from holding tight to those who remind you that your uniqueness is your strength. So we have the fate of the sisters. And the fate that is coming to you because the fate is coming to you. It's coming to your MC and your IC. We talked about that. And Hades is saying, you know what? Just because you're different, that is what makes you this uniqueness. This here is reminding you that right now is reminding Jeff, what'd you do? Jeff just sent me $15 to read my cards. Well, Jeff, thank you, babe. Jeff's on the table here. I mean, he'll take a card. Oh, I just see that you said that, Jeff. Okay, so thanks, babes. There she is. There she is, Shauna. We're digging the deck. Like, it is so cool. Oh my gosh. Girl. Guys, this fate was Sarah that is coming to her uniqueness that she hasn't put out into the public yet. And the fate is coming. The fate is definitely coming. Hermes. Hermes wants to teach you about the messages that you're receiving. Okay? Okay. Sarah. Hermes is the messenger. He's the middleman. Okay? Hermes is the middleman. The middleman, playful, perceptive, pragmatic. A jack of all trades mentality and fun-loving sense of play allows you to enjoy life to the fullest. Still, be aware of trying to be everything to everyone and draw boundaries. Boundaries. Even Hermes knows when to get serious and refuses to allow others to come between him and what he values most. And Hermes has said it. Okay? Don't let people trick you, okay? Don't let people trick you, and also don't allow messages that are coming through to trick you either. Okay? It takes a lot of work, a lot of discipline to train the mind. The mind, as Edgar Casey said, is the builder. It is your kingdom. Okay? Don't let things infiltrate your mind and get you sketched out. That is what Hermes is definitely all about too. Okay? And it's also about the media. When it's time, you'll put it out. You'll put it out there. But it's just not time yet. Hestia, she is ideal. She is all about the ideals. You create a sense of comfort that brings warmth to every room and positive outlook to whatever situation you may face. Like Hestia, the mindset bonds tightly to your deeply held beliefs, standards, and expectations. So be sure to have that understanding with yourself that these boundaries that you have set or that you are going to set is not going to be crossed. And the things that you have built around your ideals, those should change. We should all have a change. Isn't that what repentance is? Isn't that what Charlie Kirk was doing? Like, he repented, he changed his mind, and it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to change your mind. Shauna, good to see you, girl. Reading this deck, we're loving it. Who is on deck now? Who is on deck now? Is it Bo or is it Jeff? I have to know if those are real flames behind you. You're making me nervous getting the cards. Real flames? Like right here? You're making me nervous getting the cards. Are you talking about this? Here, let me push them back for you. They're pretty far away. Uh-oh. Okay, Jeff. Okay, I'll make sure that I'm staying I'll make sure that I'm staying within that. Yes, Bo. I got a list going. Okay, Jeff, then Bo. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, Angel for you. Hey, babe. Good to see you. Good to see ya. I'm so glad that Shauna got to see the cards. My hair was close when I bent over. Like that. Are you talking about this? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Like that. It looks like I'm close, but I'm not. I think it looks like I'm closer than I am. I tell you what, hold on just a second. I'll just blow them out and put some incense. I'll burn some incense in the other room because it's strong. Stop it. No, I shouldn't play like that because damn, shit'll be crazy. I'll bring that into my. You're welcome, honey. You're so welcome. You're welcome. All right, hold on just a second. Let me, I'm gonna light some incense for a minute. Hold on just a second. Shauna's still here. I'm reading you. Shauna. Every time she sends me a deck, I gotta read her, right? So you hold on. Don't you go nowhere, girl, because I'm reading you. Don't you do it. I will. I will. I will. Hold on just a second. Let me light something up. Hold on. Okay. I had to light up my incense. Let me blow that one out. Now, the Pepsi commercial. The name of the deck, hold on, let me grab it. The name of the deck is Lore Olympus. Lore Olympus. I love it. I absolutely love it. Love it. Okay, Jeff, here we go, honey. All right. Here we go. Here we go. In my best Full House voice. Oh. Okay. Oh, there it is. We got Obsession. See what else we can get. It's got a bar on the front. We got this one. Obsession and Poseidon. Look at this, Jeff. Obsession and Poseidon. Those are so cool. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, Obsession. Let's go to the attribute. The attribute of obsession. This is Apollo's car. I'm saying, Jane. I'm saying that's what we need right now. Gosh, that sounds so good. Oh my gosh. That is the best time when we go to the beach and we wake up, drink our coffee, and then go straight to the Bloody Mary. Go straight to the Bloody Mary. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, that's my mama. That's my mama. Okay. Bloody Mary sounds so good. Okay, obsession. This is Apollo's car. Oh, what a great night. Saturday Night Live, guys. What you saying? Okay, Apollo fixates on Persephone to the point of obsession, only pushing her further away from his cruel and unreasonable behavior. While not always so, malicious, obsessive behaviors can cause great disruption and create rifts in your relationships. Poseidon. Poseidon. Oh, god of the sea. Spontaneous, lighthearted, sincere. Poseidon's excitable and flamboyant attitude solidifies him as the life of the party, a prime example of letting yourself take chances and go with the flow. Balancing relaxation and careless impulsivity can be difficult, but take to heart. Your openness widens your capacity for empathy. Empathy. Poseidon holds wisdom. Wisdom of the sea. What is the sea? What is the sea? It is the mass of the earth, the spirit of the earth, all the elementals, right? Because when we look at the chart, if you come in here and you look at my board, you see that there are elements and qualities of each of the houses. And Poseidon would be the higher octave of Neptune. And for me, it's the higher octave of Neptune, and it's about the spirit that pours in the spirit of truth. And so, whether or not the Apollo's car would ring true, you have the ability to bring the wisdom of empathy. And that is you having that wisdom of empathy. And you are like when we go out, when Jeff and I go out, he will sing, he will dance. He is not one of those guys that just sits over there like, I can't believe I'm here, blah, 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 blah. He is fun. He is a lot of fun. We have a blast. We have so much fun that we don't need to go far because we do have so much fun and we can't be drinking and driving. So I hope you enjoyed that, Jeff. I know you like the Apollo's car. Go, Jeff. Go, Jeff. Go, Jeff. Yeah, Jeff is he worked on the car all day today. Worked on we call my little red car, we call it Little Red. That's our riding around car. And his truck has been down for quite a while, so he's been using the red car to drive back and forth to work. And so he's been having to he's been having quite the issues with vehicles lately. I like the new deck too. You're welcome. You're welcome, honey. All right. Jaywood Mimi's got me all messed up with the Bloody Mary. Sounds so good. That is definitely for the morning time. Those two are sticking out. So, oh, he'll sing. He'll sing. Jeff is not one of those party poopers. He is good times. He's not afraid. He's definitely not afraid. So we've got hubris, victory, and sacrifice for Bo. Bo. We got a sacrifice. And sacrifice is not like, you can see the chains. Sacrifice is sometimes when we are taking care of other people and we have to let go of the ego and we have to take care of other people, or we let the ego go and we have to be there for other people. We have to sacrifice our needs, our wants for other people. That is giving of service too, And then we have victory, the victory over circumstances. And we have the hubris. So let's read about this. Let's read about this. Let's read, honey. they're all attributes. All attributes. So we'll start with the bad duck. This is about pretension. It's arrogant, right? Pride can cloud your judgment and may lead to making ill thought out decisions. The manager of the motel learns a lifelong lesson that he should not be opportunistic and self serving. Again, this is the ego. This would be the ego. So we set the ego aside and we want to reach for victory, right? We've got to reach for victory, but first we must sacrifice, okay? So we sacrifice our own wants, our own needs for other people. And this is Tartarus altar. This is the Tartarus altar. It's about devotion, humility, and selflessness. Giving up things that are important to you is incredibly difficult and often painful. Sometimes you must realize what you have in spite of feeling fear, grief, in order to make space for something much better. Even lesser or welcome sacrifices still require you to put in effort and emotional energy. Persephone honors Tartarus with an offering that is handmade and personal to her, showing respect and reverence. Yes. Now we're going for the victory. Now we reach that victorious moment where we conquest. There's a conquest. There is a success. Triumph can show its face in surprising ways. Success may not always look like you think it will. Persephone's successes are often beyond what she originally imagined. And sometimes we just cannot imagine the victory over circumstances. We just can't. And it can come in so many beautiful, magnificent ways, can it? So I hope that resonates with you. Yeah, Army vet, Shauna, where you at? Where y'all at? Don't be scared, Army vet. You can't relate with it, or you do relate with it. You can't relate with sacrifice and victory. Yes, you can. Okay. I was like, what? You can't? Oh, dang it. All right. Good deal, Bo. You're welcome. You're welcome, honey. Where you at, Shauna? Where you at, Miss Ma'am? I don't know where Shauna's at, but I'm about to read her a card. I'm about to read it. You're a caregiver. There you go, honey. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Perfect. Being a caregiver. And gosh, isn't it hard? That is so hard. I was a caregiver part-time to an elderly lady named Cherry, an elderly lady named Wanda. Wanda became my absolute best friend. And sadly, she ended up dying on the at the eye doctor right in front of me. That was a hard one. That was a hard one, but that was hard. But she taught me quite a bit. She taught me a lot. And my kids loved her too. She was great. She is great. Experiences that we had with her were phenomenal. Oh, there we go. Army vet. Don't be scared. Shauna, curiosity and decay. Curiosity and decay. We got two attributes. Let me see where she's at. Tell her I'm about to read her. Reading you. She can replay it if she needs to. Because when she sends me a deck, you got to read the person that sent you a deck. Come on now. Right? It is so hard. And now, oh my gosh, she's crazy. Oh my gosh. I could, man, those experiences that we have being a caregiver, I mean, we could really talk some shop about that. I've had some fun experiences with these people, I'm telling you. I mean, crazy. Oh, shoot. Yeah, Angel, for you, would you like a card, honey? Okay. All right. So, Angel, I got you next, babe. But this is for Shauna if she ever comes in. If not, we'll timestamp it for her. We've got curiosity and we've got decay. I like this. We'll read the curiosity first and then we'll go to the decay. Yes. Perfecting. You're next. Oh, okay. All right. Hold on. Are we? Oh, what is it? The cards are right there. Is somebody in here with perfecting as a name? Or did I misread that? Did I misread that? Okay, curiosity. Okay, I was like, is somebody in here named Perfecting? Okay. Oh man. Okay, curiosity, Shauna, even though you're not in here, sis, or if you are, curiosity, concern, interest, care. A spirit of curiosity propels the mind forward, intentionally seeking out newness and the unfamiliar, boldly owning your inquisitiveness and practicing curiosity in areas where you lack understanding may reveal things you have not anticipated, even if you may not always like the answers. So, curiosity is the interloper. Curiosity. A spirit of curiosity propels the mind forward, intentionally seeking out that is unfamiliar. Love it. And sometimes we may not like what we find. It's like, oops, did I see that? No, I didn't. Sorry, I was curious. I was curious. Now I'm not. Decay, Chronos, skeleton. So the Chronos skeleton, death, deterioration, decline. Not everything that withers is meant to recover. As seen with Chronos, neglect can allow wounds to fester, becoming much larger and more rotten. And so, what this is telling me, and I don't know what's been going on in her life lately, but what it's telling me is there is something that she has been curious about, and she is going into depths. And sometimes that depth is letting go to something is that you just can't recover. You just can't recover. And when it's time to recover, that's when it will, because Chronos is all about that timing. Chronos will devour energy. But when it's time, Chronos will bring everything together the way it's supposed to. So the decay isn't quite a decay, it would be more of a transformation. That's the way that I would see it. So the things that would be going on in her life in time, those chains that have bound are let loose, if that makes sense. And maybe it will make sense to her. Maybe it will make sense to her. I don't want to not read her on this live because, that's an awesome deck. I love it. Definitely a lot of crazy stories in caregiving. Yes. Oh my gosh. We could so talk some shop there. My daughter is a caregiver. She is a caregiver. And she loves it. She absolutely loves being a caregiver. She grew up um going from house to house with me, selling real estate on the side, doing this on the side, cleaning on the side, taking care of elderly on the side. I was always hustling when the kids were growing up, hustling to try to make $1, try to make ends meet, try to, get something going on. And it was wild. It was wild. But she is one now. All right, here we go. Here we go, Angel. Until about a year ago. You can always do something else on the side too, unless you're doing it full time. I don't know if you're an in-house or if you work at a facility or you go to their houses or what, but there it is. There is it. Okay, Angel. I've got one more. I know that I got one more for you here. I got one more, honey. Yeah. So part-time in-house. Yeah. That's what Janelle does. That's what my daughter does. She does it part-time in-house. Today she had to go, I don't know, like 30 minutes away. I hate it when she has to go far because she's pregnant. I mean, big pregnant. All right, here we go. Here we go, Angel. I know that this one is for you right here. That one right there. Okay. So we have power and we have jealousy. Jealousy and power. Well, it takes a lot of power to be jealous. It takes a lot of energy. And it could be that you're not the jealous one. It could be somebody else. Jealousy and power. Let's start with jealousy first. And thank you for the $5 Cash App, Angel. Thank you, babe. Okay, jealousy. Here we go. Envy, spite, prejudice, whether it's caused by wanting what you cannot have or resenting what someone else has. Jealousy steals your precious time and emotional energy. If your energy is consumed by others, you stand in the way of your own productivity and mental freedom. So that is the jealousy card. It could be about a prejudice. It could be about anything that you could be wanting that somebody else has. And girl, I be wanting a lot of things. I be wanting a lot of things that other people have. But I know that in my time, when the timing is right, and if it is for me, it's going to come to me, right? Anything that is for you is going to come to you at the right time. So let's look at the power card and see how they're going to interact with one another. Because we're playing chess, right? Power arrives in many ways. It can be taken, earned, or bestowed. And with it comes new challenges as well as the fear of its loss. Power is defined by those who use it, and you can choose to wield it as a tool and an asset or a foreboding weapon. So now I'm getting the feeling, as we're playing chess, that there is this strategy, there is this challenge. And the challenge could be not that somebody has something that you would want, but there is a fear of loss with something that you may own or you possess. So let me know. Let me know. And it's coinciding with this new moon. This new moon in Taurus too. And it's about the things of ownership. Something about ownership here. Very interesting indeed, Angel. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know your thoughts on that. Your dog? What about your dog? Explain to me about your dog. Because did you lose your dog? Did your dog pass away? Did you have to give it to someone? But there is definitely a feeling of loss here, of something of ownership. And there is it's a jealousy of that somebody else would have or that you would lose. Okay, gotcha. Interesting. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Since we're playing chess, we're going to play. Okay? We're going to play. Your emotional and mental well being is incomplete without a sense of play. Cultivating play in your life brings opportunities for joy. Intentionally making space for play may help relieve some of the stresses in your life, as Hades reminds Persephone and may also bolster creativity. So, because of what you are going through with Stormy, you have to set time aside to play. You have to have some type of entertainment, some type of creativity that is that could create this passion, whether for a partner, for Stormy, or some type of cause, right? For dogs who may have like what your dog has, right? It can add a lot of meaning to your life. Just be careful not to let passion become unhealthy fixation. Hades and Persephone continually reinforce their boundaries and question their own motives when it comes to beginning or ending relationships. So that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that there should be time for creativity and productivity, this type of play or some type of passion. So let's say, not that you would knit or that you would, I don't know what your passion would be, but whatever it is, get into it. And if you don't have one, it's time to develop one. It's time to get into a developing passion, something creative, something that would get your mind off of the pain and the sorrow and bring it into something greater, something that you could, you know, maybe even give back to dog owners like yourself that is going through what you're going through, you know, you've been reading lately. Okay. Something that's going to get your mind off of it, that is for sure. But there's got to be some type of play, you know, all work and no play makes Johnny a dull boy. Isn't that The Shining? Isn't that The Shining? Anyone else? Michelle? I'm about to read you, girl. I'm about to read you, Michelle. Think you're the only one. Jill's gotten one. Witchy Mama, you want one? Witchy Mama, Michelle. Army vet, he got scared. He ran off. You're welcome, honey. You're welcome. You're welcome. I hate that. I'm so sorry. I tell you what, um, you know, Jill lost her fur baby and it's been really hard. It's hard to move on. You know, you can't just go and get another dog. I mean, I know that some people do, but it's not something that she and I were talking about that. It's just really hard when you have to let an animal go. Okay, here we go. I'm going to set one more for you, Witchy Mama. One more for you. I just talked about, just talked about this one. I can't wait to read it. Okay, got one more. I know it. And it's right there. Okay. And we got another retribution. Retribution and Hephaestus or Hephaestus. I called him Hephaestus. I put my own slang on his name, Hephaestus, even though it's Hephaestus or Hephaestus. And then we got retribution. So we're going to read Hephaestus first. because this is going to be interesting. Hephaestus is Vulcan in astrology. It's the Vulcan, right? It's the Vulcan. It's the V. It's the arrow in astrology. It's a red arrow, and it's Vulcan. That's what was transiting over missing Sebastian Rogers on the 14th, 2 nights ago. Okay, so Hephaestus. Oh, let me go back. Is the god of fire, of metalwork, the innovator, compassionate, forthright. You speak the language of the tangible when you use your intuitive mind and focused nature to create wholeheartedly. Hephaestus' directness leads to earnest action and marvels of genuine artistry because true progression requires honesty. Retribution. We know what retribution is, but we're going to read it here. This is about vengeance and justice. It's about justice, really. Consequences cannot be outrun forever. Persephone understands that other people's version of justice may not always satisfy the urge to exact revenge, and in turn, she finds small ways to take her power back. And so for me, this is about the power, taking that power back and creating this artistry, creating something that is God's will. It's a lot of passion, it's a lot of creativity that Hephaestus brings into manifestation here on earth. And so if we go back and we read about him and take in the this attribute, the fire is spirit, the elementals, the fire, the water, the air, we're talking about, and the earth. I mean, we're talking about elements, right? But he works with fire. And so if we're thinking about Hephaestus' directness and how the directness could be, I'm hearing something. I know it sounds crazy, isn't it? Sometimes honesty can hurt people. And I don't know you. I don't know if you are an honest person. I know that I am honest to a fault. I'm blunt. And I can be blunt to a fault where people take me another way, like maybe I'm being rude or but the bluntness, the honesty, and the retribution of justice, I think go hand in hand because there's justice when you speak. If you are speaking with the honesty, the boldness of honesty, then there is justice with the things that you're saying. And sometimes it's hard for people to take that. Or maybe you're not that person. Maybe you're not that person. And maybe somebody that you're talking to is that person. Either way, it's a mirror. It's going to reflect, right? The people that we are associating with a lot of times will reflect us and our true nature. Some of the things that, my daughter would get upset with me about, or some of the things that I would get upset with my mom about. We are seeing a reflection of each other. The fruit isn't falling far. If that makes sense. But that's how I'm reading these two. This one is power, and this one is power. This one is bold creativity. It's the spirit of fire. I don't know what you rise with, what your sun sign is, with the fire element in your chart. But I'm curious to know. Your new moon and Taurus video hit on point for myself and my kids this week, and that's a lot already. Oh, honey. Well, I don't mind reading a card. You don't have to give anything. That says 1 to 2 years. Okay. I had a really close fur baby that we had him for so many years. He was such a protector. His name is Carly. And he died of he died in a lot of pain. He died with a tumor. Oh. Now it's making me want to go back and see what it is. I do have your chart. Do you know what you rise with? Let me look. Hold on. Let me look. Hey, Barb. Good to see you, honey. Good to see you, girl. How you doing? How you doing, Barb? Witchy mama, let me see. Let me pull it up real quick. Let's see what you rise with. Let's see what's going on with you, girl. Let's see. Okay, you rise in Gemini and you descend with Sag. So your relationships is the fire. You're the air. Your relationship is the fire. That's the same with me and Jeff. That is the same with me and Jeff, Witchy Mama. So you are rising with the air element of Gemini, a 27 degree of Gemini. Dang, girl, me and you connect like big time. Big time. Interesting. Well, we haven't done a chart read, I don't think, but I can tell. Ooh, I can tell. You got kids, Witchy Mama? I won't get into it, but I'm just saying. I'm so glad that you're doing good. Yeah, so I have that in my chart too, Witchy Mama. I've got the Gemini. I rise with the Gemini and I descend with Sagittarius. Jeff rises in Sagittarius and he descends with Gemini. And even knowing this, we have accepted the challenge. We accept the challenge of him rising in the opposition of me. Jesus. That's right. And I think I've asked you every time, are y'all Catholic? My gosh, 9 kids. Could y'all imagine having 9 kids? I mean, can you imagine? 9? Oh my God. 9 kids. Oh my gosh. Well, you may have had, I know that you had some things going on yesterday or the day before with one of your babies. I know. I love my kids. I got 2. I can't imagine having 9. I would be doing the gummies too, honey. I would be eating them like gummed out, gummied out for real. Oh my God. Yours, mine, and ours. Oh my goodness gracious, girl. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me look back at that chart. Hold on. 9 kids. Did you lose one? Have you lost a child, Witchy Mama? For and this is for investigative purposes only. Have you lost one? Have you lost a child? I mean, I would also consider a I would also consider miscarriage as one as well. So let me know, Witchy Mama, if you've lost one. Hey, Jules. Hey, Jules. Sean's cousin has 11 kids and they're all hers. Oh my God. So you haven't lost one. Is that correct? You have not lost one. I need to know for investigative purposes, looking at your chart. Is the one that had the horrible accident, are they still alive? Hey, Women's Warrior, good to see you. When I established married, we had 10 between us. He had 6. I had 2. We had 2 together. It was expensive. Yours, mine, ours. That is so funny. Well, what we were doing, I'm looking at Witchy Mama's chart, but we are reading cards. We're reading cards. Reading cards. The Lore Olympus. This is a new deck that as soon as I came on live, Jeff came in and he's like, look, here it is. Got a new deck from Shauna, but she went MIA. She went MIA. Okay, Witchy Mama, and that's the reason why I'm not trying to reflect on the pain, but there is let me show you, if you don't mind. Do you mind if I show your chart and show why I would have, if I would have read your chart, I would have asked you the same thing, have you lost a child? Because there is a certain way that I know about a loss. And it's through my own losses that I know what that looks like in a chart. Yes, girl, we've got so the Lore of Olympus is about the Olympians. So it looks like they're kind of animated looking. Let me show you. Like Eris, the goddess of war, Mars' sister, Eris. That's fine that I show it. And then we have there's certain attribute cards like grief, and it talks about the Olympians, the Greek mythos, the Olympians, the Titans, So this is with the Olympians. This is with the Olympians. And you're more than welcome to come up on panel if you want to do a little reading with us, honey. If you want to do a little reading with us, you can come on up. I'm going to invite you. Anybody wants to read, you're more than welcome. Get your little booty up here. Get your little booty up here. Okay, I'm going to show it if you don't mind. I'm going to show it. Okay, so with Witchy Mama, here is her 5th house of kids. And this is what shows me that she has lost a kid. If it had come to this house, there would be something beginning and ending with her mother. And it could be that what would be ending and beginning with her mother, if it was here, could be adoption. She could have been adopted. That's what I would have asked her, but she has lost a child. The child, her daughter, had a horrible accident, and that is right there. And you can see that there was a health factor at a 2832. There was a breakup a couple of days ago having to do with children and the law or health. And there was a reflection. And so there could have been some grief that you were going through a day or two ago, yesterday or the day before. with some grief, because that 457 would have been activated. Oh, damn, it's right now. Look at that. So the fate right now is activated with her. And if you have her birth time, I can tell you, if you have her birth time, yeah, and it could, yeah, and it's I can see that because it's right there on the cusp of the 4th and the 5th house. So it could be that there was it's so close to that 4th house. But see, look, this daughter, if you have her birth time, I think that she is in the air tonight. And let me tell you why, because your dark moon that reflects the darkness of the child, the things that would have happened, is connecting to the lunar nodes of fate. So your dark moon in Libra, it could be that they're, and this could go into more of probably a more personal reading. Anytime you want to, we could definitely get into that, especially if you know her birth time, because I'm going to save this chart because I'm thinking that she is definitely in the air tonight. Yeah. Well, it's coming from the grief. It's coming from a place with you of losing children. You know, it definitely does something to us. And so yeah. But your daughter, that 457, that would have been 2 days ago. And it would have been communications about or about a device or something like that. But there was a breakup with that dark moon, and now it's in transit with the reflection of it. And there's a fate for you to see through these communications that is definitely with astrology, and it's about children and the things that you're learning right now. And how we can tell. We can definitely tell. An astrologer that is intuitive can tell when things like, you know, when it's in transit. So I'm going to save it. That way, if you ever want to have a reading and look at your daughter, especially if you have her birth time, it would be really cool. Be really cool to see. I used to call myself the Aquarian medium because I found that astrology was connecting me with people that had passed on that want to talk to y'all. And so I used to call myself that, but people didn't take me seriously. And, you know, I still connect with that side. You know, Pisces, me being a Pisces, I got 1 foot over there and I got 1 foot here. And I act as a messenger with that. I don't hear, you know, hey, you know, I don't hear anything like, but I know what I know. If you know what I'm saying. I can say I was very blunt and honest with her and she didn't appreciate it. Well, that is about the retribution of honesty. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I don't guess Jules. Jules, if you're still in here, you're more than welcome to jump up on here, honey. You're more than welcome. More than welcome. Okay. So, Angel, I think I've got let me see if I've got your birth time. Hold on. Barb is next. Okay. Okay. Barb is next. Barb wants a card. Okay. If I have you, Angel, I don't anymore. Or I've got you under something else. Maybe your name. Yeah. Yes, it does. You're welcome. I can see her in your chart, and there's a fate with your deceased daughter that's in transit right now. So, seeing that birth time, seeing her birth time, I would know if it's her and what she is conveying. All right, Barb, I got you, girl. You still in here, honey? She said, hey, Jules. Say, hey, Jules. Jules done bounced, I think. Or maybe she's getting ready to come up on panel. We've been on for 2 hours. Let's see. Just 1 second, Angel. Okay, Barb, I got you, honey. I gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, the 00 is what shows me the beginning and ending. A 00 in Libra is a beginning and an ending. Aries point, no. People think the Aries point would be much more potent, but I found that the Libra is much more potent than the Aries. Okay, we got, oh wow, we got 2 again. So we got passion again. And we've got Hades. Hades just keeps popping out. Hades keeps popping out. So we're going to read Hades first. The underworld. Hades. Hades gets a bad rap. Hades, the god of the underworld and wealth, Barb. He's the maverick. And he's also restrained. You live your life in balance, resigned to not caring what others think, and determined intentionally. You may defy what you cannot agree with. Like Hades, you struggle to reconcile your natural melancholy with the trauma of the things that shaped you. But confidence comes from holding tight to those who remind you that your uniqueness is your strength. So basically, what this is saying is that you defy the conventional. And of course you do. I mean, you wouldn't be on this channel if you didn't. You defy the conventional, that norm that's so boring. And you can reconcile, and you do reconcile with trauma from the past. And you can hold tight to those people that remind you that your uniqueness, you being you and all your authentic self, is what makes you so special. And so the passion card is about creating, if you don't have one, to create this passion. And if you do have one, then it's calling on you. So like the attribute of passion. For me, it's my passion is astrology. I also have a passion with lectures. One of my passions is lectures. I like to listen to lectures. Sometimes I'll listen while I'm cleaning, but that's my passion. The way that I create sometimes with a passion would be out in the garden, Some people like to knit, some people like to paint or to play the guitar or anything that is calling on you to create. And with your partner, or whether it's you or your partner, an interest or a cause, something that takes you to a greater place, this cause, this excitement with a passion. You don't want it to be an unhealthy fixation, but as Hades and Persephone continually reinforce their boundaries and question their own motives when it comes to beginning or ending their relationship. So it's really not about your relationship as it is as to more or less have you be in your creative, passionate state of being. So Hades is saying, hey, yeah, you're unique and you defy those that norm conventional type of person. But where you really get your uniqueness is how you create with the passion. And so the passion is calling on us all tonight. It seems like It's calling on us all. Oh, have fun, Michelle. Enjoy your night, honey. Enjoy your night. I love you guys. And I appreciate y'all allowing me to get on here and to read cards and to divine. You know, the Gnostics back in the day, the Gnostics, the pagans, all of them, they loved to divine. They were just divining all the time. And we back in the day, we were made to not divine anymore. And it was called so many negative, ugly words, what we're doing tonight. But we are defying, we are creating with a lot of passion. And we are calling on each other and being there for one another. And I think it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And so, Angel, for you, let me read you before we get off of here. And if anybody else wants a reading, just let me know. I'll hang out, as long as y'all want me to. Angel, for you, let me look and see. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Sorry. Let's see. Angel, for you, babe. What is it that we are looking for? Or do you want me to just look? Do you want me to just look? July. Somebody's got a birthday coming up. 1969. 1969. My favorite making my favorite car. 69. 69 Chevy, 5:27 a.m. Madison, Wisconsin. For just a quick read. Let's look and see what we got, girl. Let's look and see what we got. 1969. Let's see what we got. Shaking things up. Wisconsin. I want to pull up Wisconsin now. Hold on. Oh, what am I doing? Hold on. Hold on. Let me look at something. I'm seeing something. And of course, I pulled up every state but Wisconsin. Let me see if that is anything to do with anything that I've been looking at. No. Okay. Let me go back. I was just making sure that Wisconsin didn't have that 139. Because Sedna is going to come. So Sedna is coming here. Uranus is going to come here, and it's not coming directly over you. What's going to happen is it's going to activate. It's just going to activate, and it's in your friend group. It's in your friend group. How do you make money? What do you do for a living? What do you do here? Because there is something, boom, that's coming to that 11th house. It's 11th house of groups, your friends. Your friends. Your friend group. You're a medical coder. Okay, so I'm wondering if this is going to be a medical coder. What does that medical coder do? What would a medical coder do? And you just had there was a devouring energy with mom and home. That was yesterday. So I'm wondering what you were doing yesterday, because Chronos is all about this timing. And you see how it's at a 1548. Well, yesterday, it was at that 1547, or it should have been, unless it's a slow. Okay, so that would have been Thursday. Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday and Thursday. Oh, look at that. So the lunar nodes have just came over Sarah too. I just saw that. The 507. Okay. Okay. Now I'm feeling like I understand that there was a devouring energy with you the Wednesday and Thursday. And it was Kronos was devouring energy with your Vulcan. And so I would like to know what was going on with you Wednesday and Thursday that has to do with home, that has to do with anything having to do with this first house, and it has to do with family. Devouring energy with family, with home, Wednesday and Thursday. It's your first house with Vulcan. And I've been talking a lot about Vulcan lately. Vulcan is Hephaestus. Vulcan is Hephaestus. So Wednesday, I don't know if you're following it could be having to do with a case maybe that you're following. I don't know, but there is definitely a devouring energy, and it's all about the timing. Kronos is a devouring energy of time, and when the time comes, there is something that, like I said, when I see that red arrow, I'm thinking God's will. There is a God's will. Let's see if I've got no, some of them I have. Some of the Vulcans, I've got my own personal interpretation in there because, like, I can write it, I can write in there if I wanted to, but I haven't gotten to the sign of Cancer yet, but I need to. I need to talk to mom. Aunt had abnormal mammogram. That's it. That is it right there. Yep. And what was taking place is this energy in the first house. If you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the sixth house away from that is your relationships. It's the doctor. It's the doctor. It's relationships and partnerships. Maybe you've got an older man. Maybe you've got, a partnership, a partner with a doctor that you can talk to. There's something here. There's that 840. There's that 840. Hold on. You've just learned 840. You're learning. Maybe that was with me. Maybe you're learning with me. You're learning something with health. You're learning something with health. Relationship. There's a relationship here. So you have a 135 and then you've got a 139. So what's going to happen is Sedna is going to come. Actually, hold on. Sedna's at a 131. So I'd say around the 20th. That's in about 4 days. Let's see. 20th. About the 20th. Is it 135? Hold on. It's a 135. Yeah. So on the 20th. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Okay. So on the 20th, there's a letting go of communications with 2 people. That's on Wednesday. It's a letting go. There's this letting go with communications with 2 people, and then Uranus is going to come right behind it and shake things up. So you may let go of something and then it come back and just shake you up. Look at that. The sun is going to act as a vernal point during this time. going to act as a world point. And look at that, Mars. Mars is coming to that 135 as well. Let me go back. Mars is coming to that 135 as well in Taurus. This is in. So there's an investigation. There's some type of investigation here. Hold on. I'm just reading it. Hold on. And then Mars is going to come here to that 11th house of groups and friends, how you bring in money. And then there's going to be, do you have children? And there's going to be this 26 degrees. Okay, 16, 26. Let me go ahead and duel it out. The dark moon has just went over. Okay, so the dark moon has just went over. That was like maybe earlier this morning. Earlier this morning, the dark moon is 1626. Hold on. So that would have been. Well, that would have been this morning, like 6 o'clock this morning. So it would have been when you woke up. When you woke up, there is this reflection of the dark moon in your relationship house, long travels, things that you're learning with the relationships, partnerships. And then that took place this morning. There's a lot of disordered aggression, some darkness there, a reflection with possibly your health, with your everyday this morning. This mark, it says organization, work, your daily life, freedom, going on adventures, yada, yada. Well, there was something that you were reflecting on this morning. So you've got the 20th and you've got Mars. It's going to activate a little bit. There's going to be some type of investigations here. And, investigation can be any type of research that you do. It's nothing big. But it could be an investigation with a relationship with somebody, with in the medical field, maybe. I don't know. But then Mars is going to come here, and Sedna in Taurus in the 11th house is about money. It's about friend groups. It's about sacrifice. It's about letting go. When I see Sedna, I'm thinking you let go. There's a sacrifice that you let go. And it's something having to do with your friend groups or how you bring in money. Like a defender, there could be a defender. Maybe you're defending someone tomorrow or not tomorrow, but on the 20th, maybe you're defending someone. Could be very minute, nothing big. But this right here is the big one. Chronos coming over here is the big one. So you'll have to keep me posted on how the ant's doing. You'll have to keep me posted because Vulcan, like I said, a lot of astrologers don't take it seriously, don't take Chronos seriously. But let me tell you something, it can bring life-altering stuff. Life-altering. Let me go ahead and duel you out real quick. Angel for you, transits. So we've got the moon coming over your making contact. That is with the reigniting of a flame with things of the past. Oh, you said mammogram. That's the chest. So that could be the chest. Let's see. 343. So in 3 days, you'll have to let me know if there is anything else that's come up with the ant in 3 days. That's Tuesday. All right, Angel for you. Angel, You'll have to let us know how the aunt's doing 3 days from now, and then the 20th. I'm pretty sure I said the 20th. Yeah. Venus is coming here. Venus is actually sitting right here. And Venus is going to come and reignite a flame, things of the past with communications. Yeah. And Zeus is actually in about a week. Zeus will come here and it's going to be with your job and with the healthcare. So the healthcare coding is that could be some transformation too. There could be some transformation. There's definitely going to be some fate with it. There is definitely going to be some fate with it. You got a lot going on. Nothing severe that I can see at all. It's just, different, just different challenges that you'll be going through. The sun, um, let's see, 2506. So yeah, you had a lot of there was a lot of stuff going on last night and this morning too. Man, you've just been getting double whammied, it seems like. Just double whammies all the time. No, I don't think that you need to worry about your job, but I do want to know how this is going to work itself out for you because as Zeus comes here, this is government. This is contracts. It could be that there is a fate with your job. If your dad is still alive, it could be that there is a fate with him. If he's been in the military, this could even come, let me see. Like if he was a vet or something. Sprinkle, how you doing? Hello, beautiful souls. Hello to you. Thank you for being here. 25-degree. Let's look at that. Let's look. Because as Zeus comes, we want to see, I want to know how this is going to work itself out for you. This is going to be on the 27th. So this is going to be after Memorial Day. And this is that 10th house. So that's on a Wednesday. Your dad is retired National Guard. So it could be something about him. It may not personally be about there's something about it. The reason why I'm saying dad is because, and maybe it's not your job, is because the 10th house does rule the dad, right? And we are talking about dad, mom, where he's been before. Where's he been before? Right? Where's he been? Is he going to the doctor? Is he getting a checkup? Does he go to the VA? There is a fate here with the magnetism with Zeus, and it's in Libra. So there's a magnetism with Zeus. We got the Libra, that's the contracts, it's the government. It could be the government insurance having something to do with this energy right here with the military. Could be something about the military. Something. Let me look at this. You're going to receive some information on May 27th. This would probably be around 6 o'clock, something like that. 6 o'clock in the evening, like between 5 and 6. You'll be getting information. There's something that you're going to learn. And I do wonder about this energy that is abound because I am seeing a lot of things going down with the military. I definitely am seeing things going down with the military. I can't quite wrap my head around it though. I can't quite wrap my head around it. Let me see. So this is the 27th, and I know we got some time. I hope you're writing this stuff down so you can come back and you can tell us, or at least email me and tell me, because I really, inquiring minds want to know. And I do think that it's going to be something going on with your dad, or the way that your dad, maybe his, does he get anything from the military right now? Like, does he get, I don't know, like any type of anything from the military? Does he get anything from the military? Your back hubby is home from the doctor and is better now. Well, I didn't know he's in the doctor's office. Maybe that's what was going on too. Dad is retired Air National Guard. Okay, so I could think of probably 5 different ways that this can express itself. Mars is definitely going to be slowing things down. Does your dad still drive? I'm trying to think. There's something here with the military and the pension thing. Maybe he gets more money, or maybe he'll get less money, or maybe, something has taken place and with the VA, or maybe he gets a cold or something like that. I just don't know exactly how that's going to work itself out, but there is a fate there. There is definitely a fate. Scary to ride with him. I mean, it could have something to do with that. Maybe they take, that maybe he can't drive no more. Maybe it's something like that. Oh my gosh. Aw, Sprinkle. I'm so glad to see you, honey. Good to see you. A new moon in Taurus. I don't think we have your birth time, but I can give you, I don't, it seemed like you didn't have your birth time unless you have it now. Can't really do a reading with astrology without the birth time. I mean, I can try, but I can definitely read a card from my new deck. My new deck, Salima. Yeah, lots going on. It is a lot going on. Yeah, but you don't know your birth time. The time of birth. Whoa. Well, those are your cards, honey. You're definitely getting some cards. Okay, so we got Eros. We got Eros. Oh my gosh. Chronos. Oh my gosh, my buds. Buds. Morpheus. Seth. Seth is in the house. Who would like a card? Seth, do you want one? From a new deck that Shauna sent me? The Lord Olympus. Okay, Salima. Let's do it, girl. Okay, so we have all 3. None of these are attributes. This is a cool deck. It is. It is. The Lore Olympus. The Lore Olympus. The Lore Olympus. Morpheus, Chronos, and Eros. So let's start with Eros. Let's start with this one. Oh, I got you. I gotcha, Sprinkle. Eros. Just love this deck. The god of love and sex is Eros. I was like, why is he shopping? Is he shopping for you? Bold, candid, fabulous, frank, and sexy, Eros displays radical self acceptance that allows him to be fully present in relationships. Much like Eros, you make space for personal growth and remain loyal to and protective over the people you love, encouraging growth in them too. So that's a pretty good card for some love in the air. You'll have to tell us about that. You'll have to tell us about that. And then we got Chronos. Chronos is all about the time. It's all about time. Well, hey, love could be in the air. Love could be in the air. Doesn't mean you got to commit. Doesn't mean you got to commit, but it does sound like you're a little, you like to commit. So it could be that, it's all about timing. Okay. Because look, we're about to read Chronos now. So we got love. Love is in the air. But now it's about the timing because Chronos is showing up too. Okay. It's all about that timing, honey, because this is a love reading if I've ever seen it. If I've ever seen one, it is. This is it. Yes. Fingers crossed, praying hands, all of that. He is the Titan of time. He is the tyrant. Ambition is an admirable trait that can serve you well in achieving your goals, but be careful. Bulldozing others to get your way or imposing your will can corrupt the ambition, leaving destruction. Kronos believed that he is infallible as his refusal to listen to reason only lead to his defeat and isolation. So what this is saying is that when that person shows up, because you've been single for 20 years, it's going to be hard for you to impose your will and try to fix, manage, control how they say it, when they say it, and all of that. Believe me, I'm telling you, yes, you got to trust for sure. Then we've got Morpheus. All right. This is the goddess of dreams. So it's about being imaginative and thinking. Don't be anxious, though. Don't be anxious and looking out the window, trying to figure it out. Timing. It's all about the beautiful, divine timing. While you may sometimes find yourself living in your head, you also wear your emotions on your sleeves and lead with earnest kindness. Be it with excitement or anxiety, you model Morpheus' ability to live in full truth, even when navigating new and unfamiliar spaces. So even though you may meet someone and it's feeling a little icky, it's feeling a little unfamiliar, just trust in the divine timing and let go. Let go of any anxiety and just be yourself. Because according to this reading, you're a very sweet and kind person. It's just that the divine timing hasn't come yet, but it's coming. Love is in the air for you, honey. Love is in the air. Yes, it will happen when you least expect it. Said, no thanks. No thanks. Well, thanks for gracing us with your presence, buddy. I miss you. We miss playing cards. We miss grilling out. We miss you. I'm sorry, can't find my glasses, so keep hitting the wrong keys. It's okay. Oh, don't lose hope. Never lose hope. We can't lose hope. The reason why we can't lose hope is because when we lose hope, we perish. When we lose hope, I mean, everything dies. You can't lose hope. You've got to keep hope alive, honey. You got to keep it alive. Okay? Women's Warrior is up next. Okay. Just 1 second. Gonna have me a little breaky break. And let me go let me go get me something to drink. Hold on. Let me get me some drink. tripped out. Jeff literally tripped out. He was asleep on the couch. And I walked in and he jumped up. Jumped up off the couch, got scared. I did the 3 cards. The 3 cards were Eros, right? Eros, Chronos, and what was that other one? Eros, Chronos, and Morpheus. Remember? Morpheus. This one. Jeff tripped out, guys. He came up off that couch and I was like, God dang. He's like, you busted in. I said, I walked in. I just walked in the sunroom. Chronos. Jeff isn't back. Eros. Those were your 3 that I just read too. Yeah, boo. Oh my God. The last card, I'll tell you again. Morpheus. Morpheus is the goddess of dreams. While you may sometimes find yourself living in your head, like living in your head, like overthinking. That's what happens when we live in our head. We overthink. We overthink. I'm losing hope. I'm not, he's never going to come. I'm not, blah, 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 blah. That's in your head. And and it brings on anxiety when you're in your head too much, right? Morpheus' ability to live in full truth, even when navigating news and unfamiliar spaces. So you're kind, you're sweet, you have these great attributes about you. You are inviting and you are worthy of love. So don't lose hope, because this read, this 3 card triad is saying, hey, love is in the air. You just don't want to be all up in your head and overthink things. Don't have anxiety. Just let it flow. And when the divine timing is there, when it is supposed to come, when the fate is there, it's coming. And you can't stop it. You just can't stop it. Women's Warrior is next. Women's Warrior is next. Up on deck. Peace, Love, Jeeps is in the house. Hey, sis. Glad y'all are gracing us with the presents. I read Sean and she went out. Oh, shoot. Oh my gosh, half the deck just fell. Well, I'm not going to read half the deck. But good Lord, Women's Warrior. My goodness gracious. I'm talking half the deck just flew. Oh, on deck is Sprinkle. Okay. Are we doing her first or Women's Warrior? Which one is first? Which one is first, Witchy Mama? Which one is first? Women's Warrior just, or maybe it's the presence of Peace, Love, Jeeps. And just sent the deck flying, guys. I don't know what that was all about. My goodness. It's probably because Seth is in chat or was in chat. He'd be having the energy going cray cray. Women's Warrior. Okay. 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 You might need a good talking to. Okay. Yeah, it's Seth's fault. Let's blame Seth. Okay. Now Seth gets the computer going cray cray. All right, here we go, Women's Warrior. I got you, girl. Okay, go cook you some dinner, honey. Okay, you'll be listening. Sounds good, Bo. Thank you, babe. You're welcome. Thank you for being here, Bo. We love you. We love you, honey. Here we go, Women's Warrior. I can feel it. I love that incense. It's sandalwood. I love sandalwood. Yeah. Mischievous. Okay, there it is, right there. Ah, we got obsession. Women's Warrior got obsession. Apollo's car. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Okay. So we've got Apollo's car. This is about obsession. And then we've got Persephone. We haven't read Persephone yet. We've read about her, but we haven't read her card just yet. So we're going to read about the visionary and this obsession. Hold on. The obsession can be about people, persons, or things. Okay. People, persons, or things. And with Apollo's car, we're going to read about that first, and then we'll go to Persephone because this is going to be the attribute. Okay. Women's Warrior. Apollo's car is about infatuation. It's about a fixation. Apollo fixates on Persephone. So Apollo fixates on Persephone. A bunch of them do, don't worry. To the point of obsession, only pushing her further away from this cruel and unreasonable behavior. While not always so malicious, obsessive behaviors can cause great disruption and create rifts in relationships. So it's about relationships and creating this divide within a relationship because sometimes we can be in our head and we can be fixated on something that may not be there. Okay. One of the other words with this card, it's infatuation, fixation, or delusion. And so when you're feeling, and I see this when people are in their head a lot, and it causes a fixation on things that you think are there but aren't really there. Not like you're seeing something and you're being delusional and it really wasn't there, not like you're going psycho or, schizo, but it is a certain type of fixation. Like I fixate and obsess with the astrology and the degrees. But I have to keep in mind though, that just because I'm seeing something, just because I'm seeing someone in the chart, just because I'm seeing their degrees doesn't mean that they are responsible, especially if I'm looking for a missing kid, right? Just because I see a certain person in there doesn't mean that they're responsible. So I have to keep my mind open to different possibilities and not fixate on a certain outcome. That's why I like to call us watchers. We observe because I don't want to fixate on people, persons, or things and already make up my mind. I want to leave my mind open, right? So Persephone is going to give us a little bit more about this because she is the goddess of spring. Her story is Hades took her down into the underworld. And her mother was grief and she was stricken with grief. She wanted her daughter back. She missed her daughter so bad. And so Hades decided there was, all this long story, different stories, that he would give Demeter, Persephone, half the year. So she is the goddess of spring. And new life springs forth with Persephone, right? She is a visionary. She's adaptive. She is resilient. It says you live in a battle with fear. Fear of failure, of being a disappointment, of not living up to your potential, and maybe fear of the unknown. Deep down, Persephone knows her power is limitless, but she needs the freedom to define her own words. Likewise, you create your life from what is already within. So, yeah, definitely. It can definitely be of a loss of a person, because we have to think about when, Persephone's mom lost her, and she was stricken with grief. She was mourning. And so she made a deal with the god of the underworld, and she was able to bring Persephone back with her half the time. And the other card is obsessing over it, obsessing over the grief and the loss, and not finding that middle ground, not finding that creative spark, like creating music, creating this, putting your time and effort, but don't obsess with it. You don't want to obsess with the, balance is key. Balance is key, you know? And so I'm sorry that you're grieving. I'm sorry that you're missing somebody. Grief is not easy, I know that, our team, Sebastian's Army, we lost a good one. We lost Tony Mathis. I was not as close to Tony as Seth was, but Seth is totally grieving. Totally grieving. Grieving over the loss of his son, because he doesn't know where he's at. He is truly lost without Sebastian, so I think that can go for a lot of us, that read right there, with Apollo's car, with the obsession and being in our head too much and overthinking things. It happens to the best of us. It does, but we've got to get out of the head. We've got to get out of the head, and we've got to create something beautiful and be empathetic, you know, take and transmute that pain into something beautiful, right? Peace, love, Jeeps. I've got a cash app from you, sweetheart. So I'm not sure what kind of reading you're wanting. Let me see if you put that in there. I'm not sure what kind of reading you wanted. Let me see if you told me. You didn't. You didn't, honey. What kind of reading you want? Thank you. Thank you for that $20, though. You sweetheart. Let me know. You're welcome, honey. We love you. Well, hey, April. There's my other buds. There's my other buds. Look at my new deck. The Lore Olympus. The twins are going to know all about the Olympians. We're making sure that April's twins know all about the Olympians. Titans, all of them. We're making sure. I got them reading Percy Jackson and they love it. Can you pick for me? I have no idea. Do you want a astrology or do you want a card? Hubby said, hey, hubby. Hey, hubby. Do you want cards? Peace, love, Jeeps. Cards or a astrology? And sprinkle up next, then peace. Okay. All right. A card. Okay. Yeah, April wants a card. If she stays in the chat long enough. Shauna done jetted. She's like, hey, girl, glad you like it. Bye. Okay, Sprinkle, I got you. I got you. I got you, honey. And good to see you again tonight. Whoa, there it is. There it is. We got one. We just got that one. You'll be here for a bit. Okay, cool. There's another. Hold on. They're flying. All right, honey. Okay, so we also have the fates for you. We got the duck again. Hubris. Hecate or Hecate. I don't know. I call these my own words, like Hephaestus. Hecate. My son would laugh at me so hard right now. Mom, it's this. Okay, so we're gonna go. I want to start with the fates because the fates is the sisters. Okay, the fates is with the sisters. Let me go back. Where are they at? Where'd they go? There we are. The goddess of fate, or the goddesses of fate. Discerning wisdom eludes many, but you are able to assess the hidden mysteries of life. Each of the fates sisters, Clotho, Lachesis, Atropos, resist definition and labels and unbounded commit only to their own collaborative holistic truth and submit to no one's will but their own. Hecate. Yeah, I said it right. Hecate, Hecates. That doesn't sound right. Hecate. Yeah. Hecate, right? Hecate? Yeah, Hecate. 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 Hecate? Hecate. Machete. Yeah. Yeah, I know who she is. But as far as pronouncing their names and stuff, I'm pretty much gonna put my own slang on it. Yeah, Hecate. Am I not pronouncing it right? Hecate. 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 We're gonna have to call Jody. Because he's gonna tell us. Yes. Hecate. Hecate. I can't tell y'all what I'm thinking. It's bad. Okay, anyway. Let's serious face here. The fates. This is the sisters, the three sisters, the goddesses of fate. And they are all about the holistic truth. So we have to, when I think of the fates, And when I think of the holistic truth and the holistic approach, we're thinking of not the normal way that we would heal, going to the doctor, getting the prescription. You know, there is a fate here. And look at them. One of them's got a wink. One of them, is the book girl. And then the other one, she's winking over here. She's the mischievous one. She's the studious one. And she's the doctor. But there's a holistic approach here with the fates, with the sisters. Yeah, mind, body, and soul. So, mind, body, soil. The mind, body, soil women's warrior. Definitely healing from the earth. Oh, God, I'm so bad. So bad here. Okay. Yeah, I know. I know you were talking about the soul. Okay, so hubris. Let's look at the duck. Let's look at the duck. And then we're going to go to Hecate. Machete. Hecate. Okay. I must be getting tired. Hubris, where's she at? Where's the duck? Oh, maybe that's the attribute. Okay. Like, where's the duck? This is the bad duck. It says Blue Underworld Lodge. So this is the blonde as a bat. It's okay. Me too. Blue Underworld Lodge 199. That is looks like the email for the bad duck. It's about arrogance. Pride can cloud your judgment and may lead to making ill thought out decisions. The manager of the motel learns a lifelong lesson that he should not be opportunistic or self serving. So we have the fates, we have the holistic approach, we have the self serving, which is not the prescription, it's holistic. We're taking a holistic approach, right? And then we're going to Hecate. Hecate. And she is the ringleader. She is the transformation, the untamed, and she is ever the enigma, wields her power to keep the underworld running smoothly while never sacrificing her desire to cause a little trouble. You both stand at the intersection of cunning and compassion, where you balance maturity and wisdom with delight in disorder and chaos. It is the yin and the yang, right? The yin and the yang. So we want to be a little bad sometimes, like the little bad duck was telling us. I mean, we want to be a little bad sometimes, but at the same time, we have to balance the approach that we're using for healing, right? Balance the approach for healing. That's kind of what I'm feeling with this one. Because she too is about healing, and we can tell because she's got the snake wrapped around her. And in our ancient history, and we can see the moon. There's like this new moon. We could even say that the full moon or the, aura is wrapping around her head. But we definitely see we've got a moon here and a crescent moon there. And then we definitely see the snake that is wrapping around her. So I would definitely look at her as a healing aspect as well. And that is the fate. That's the fate is the holistic approach, the mind, body, and soul. Held to the tay. I love it. I love it. Held to the tay. Oh, shoot. That is too funny. Let's see if Jody answers. He's at work. He probably won't. He's going to laugh his ass off. FaceTime him. And we got Peace Love Jeeps now. Hey. Hey. So tell everybody what this one is. Is it hold on, where'd she go? Is it Hecate or Hecate?
Yeah,
Which one?
I think it's Hecate.
Hecate. Hecate.
Yeah,
Or okay. Hecate. How's your night going?
she's threefold.
She's threefold.
Yeah, mother, maiden, crone.
Mother, maiden, and crone.
Crone,
Crone,
like old lady.
like old lady. So in a reading, what would you say she would be?
Like protection.
Protection. She's got the snake intertwining. Where does she go? Hold on. I'll show you her card. So she's Hecate. Is that what you're calling her? She has this snake.
Huh?
She has the snake that's intertwining her. Look. Hold on.
Okay.
Isn't that cool? You can kind of see the moon, the crescent moon on either side of her.
Yeah.
Okay, I love you. Thanks for answering.
Of course.
All right, love you. Bye. She's threefold. I don't remember what he said. The maiden, the crone, and something else. She's protection. She is protection. So the protection of health. I like it. I can get down with it. He's a manager at a restaurant in Nashville, so I'm surprised he answered. He looks like he's over it, like all the way over it. Yeah, Hecate. Hecate. Peace, love, Jeeves is up next. I love this deck. I'm digging it. Like, I feel like, really connecting. Really connecting. So peace, love, Jeeves in April. Here we go, girly. You're welcome. You're welcome. All about that protection and the holistic approach. That's what I'm feeling. Protection. There she goes. We got Hestia. Peace, love, Jeeps. We got Hestia. We're going to pull another one, though. Want to see the two go together. Want to see how they're going to go together. Maiden, mother, and crone. Yes. 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 Thank you for that, Witchy Mama. Play. Oh, let's do another one. We're going to play. Let's take the top. Let's take the top. Reassurance. Let's do it. Okay. All right. So I want to play. I want to play first. I want to no. I want Hestia first. Then we're going to play. And then we're going to do some reassurance. Okay. Hestia. Hestia, the goddess of hearth and home. She is ideal. She's all about the ideals of home and hearth, the way the family should be ran. She's optimistic. She's enthusiastic. You create a sense of comfort that brings warmth into every room and a positive outlook to whatever situation you may face. Like Hestia's, the mindset bonds tightly to your deeply held beliefs, standards, and expectations. So we could say Hestia is great at home with the ideals, keeping house, doing all of that. At the same time, our expectations of ourselves and other people, that is where we get let down. It's because we have these expectations. We expect. And when we take that expectation away, we are not, because if you expect something from somebody else, it's your own expectation that they're not living up to. So it's really not their fault. But let's play. Let's play. Play. The attribute of play. Hades, shiny rocks. Fun, entertainment, relaxation. So we get outside the home, and your emotional and mental well-being is incomplete without a sense of play. Cultivating play in your life brings opportunities for joy. Intentionally making space for play may help relieve some of the stresses of life, as Hades reminds Persephone, and may also bolster creativity. So play is all about the opportunities to create joy, to step outside the home, to step outside the workplace and play. What it is that you want to play. Do you want to go skating? Do you want to go to the dog park? Do you want to go to the skate park? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? What is it that you could do that is going to take the stresses away and create a childlike environment? You know, remember that little girl? Remember what she liked to do? Do that. Do that. Reassurance. Reassurance. Butterfly and moth. There's a lot of comfort and connection with this card. There's some vulnerability here. Everyone experiences times of feeling isolated, unsure, or fearful, but remaining open to reminders that you're not alone on this path may offer you the power to survive and even thrive, because you're not alone. You're not alone. No matter what it is that you're going through, what it is that you're going through yesterday or that you may go through tomorrow or next year, you're definitely not alone. And I think that Hestia is showing us that we can have, our ideals. We can, create a safe place at home. We can go and we can play, we can relax. And I think that this new moon in Taurus is showing us about the values and what we truly value in life. What is it that we value? We value friends. We value community and communion, divining. Otherwise, y'all wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. That is what we value. So we play, and then we can have the reassurance. So I hope that that makes sense to you. Destiny, peace, love, Jeeps. If there's anything that you need to see in your chart, just let me know. If you are wanting any me to look at anything, if there's anything going on that you would like to talk about, we could even take it to a personal, whatever. All right, April, cards are flying. Cards are flying. Oh, Jesus. My goodness gracious, girl. You're welcome, honey. I'm going to get one more. See if I can get one more. It's not going to fly out, April. Oh my gosh. I don't know if that's a good thing or either. We're about to see. We're about to see. I got 3 for you. I wanted to pick one without it flying out. So we have Poseidon. We have decay. Them chains, girl. And then we have devotion. Haven't read the devotion one yet. So I want to read them in order. So I want to read the decay, the devotion, and the Poseidon. Decay, devotion, and Poseidon. The decay, the attribute. Devotion is an attribute. So this is chronoskeleton. Again, we're talking about timing. We're talking about the chains that bind with time. This is about not everything that withers away is meant to be recovered. As seen with Chronos, neglect can allow wounds to fester, becoming much larger and more rotten. So any type of anything that you've neglected, like say, I've neglected to mop my floors. And every day they just get more disgusting because I'm neglecting my floors. And I've allowed this wound to fester. It's not paining me. Evidently, it's not because I would have done it like last week, but I still haven't done it. But it's a burden. It's becoming a burden. It's festering up in me, and it's a burden on my mind. You got to do this. You got to do this. So that can be a form of neglect. And as it becomes larger and larger, it just becomes rotten. But when the timing is right, that's when I'm going to mop the floors. And I'm going to unleash these chains that have got me held up. I don't know what's going on in your life, but I'm just saying. It's them chains. It's that festering up. But you have a devotion about you. And so this is about your loyalty, your love, your reverence. True selfless love often comes with the need for sacrifice and forgiveness. It calls for endurance in difficult times. Persephone shows her love for Hades and the underworld by bravely protecting the realm, no matter what it may cost. Gladly and without hesitation, she does so. Yet this love is also incredibly tender when built on a foundation of respect, trust, and dependability. And so that's what you are: dependable, trustworthy. You're the one that can do it. You're the loyal one. You're the one. You're the one. And I know you get tired of being the one, but somebody has to be that. Somebody has to be that because you have the wisdom with Poseidon. And Poseidon is all about the wisdom of the sea, of the spirit, of the spirit of truth that is poured into our vessel. So Poseidon, let's go to him because it is definitely, I just feel it with you on so many levels right now because you do have that wisdom. Poseidon's excitable, flamboyant attitude solidifies him as the life of the party, a prime example of letting yourself take chances and go with the flow. Balancing relaxation and careless impulsivity. Impulsivity can be difficult, but take heart. Your openness widens your capacity for empathy. So, again, we're talking about the decay, the timing, letting loose with the devotion of loyalty. That's who you are, your persona, and then letting go. Even though you've got the wisdom, there's going to be times that you have to just let loose and let go and let it go and just go back to that little girl and be her and just have fun. Have fun. Live a little. Get your little drinky drink. Something. Go dancing. Go out on a date. Go out on a date. That's the prescription. Let me know your thoughts, honey. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know. I love that you're in here. Be missing y'all. When y'all don't come in, I be missing y'all. Like, where's such and such? Where's so and so? I know you be struggling. The struggle is real. The struggle is real. The new moon in Taurus is we really want to come into agreement with ourself, with our authentic self, with what it is that we truly value in life, what it is that we truly value. Money can't buy peace. Money could never buy peace. But I mean, it could buy a piece of new jewelry. It could buy a piece of this, a piece of that, but it can't buy your peace. And with that being said, that reading is setting the stage for the wisdom of, I think, of balance, balancing yourself, letting yourself have fun. Oh my goodness, 4:30 a.m. where Women's Warrior is at. Have us, oh my gosh, sweet dreams, sweetheart. We love you. We love you, honey. Yeah, like balance here in Tennessee. Like coming to Tennessee. But I'll warn you ahead of time, then I won't be around Tuesday and maybe Wednesday. Oral surgery. Good luck with that. Good luck with that, hon. Didn't we talk about Tuesday and Wednesday? You're holding back on me, witchy mama. We were talking about Tuesday and Wednesday with your oral surgery, witchy mama. Didn't we talk about Tuesday and Wednesday or Wednesday? Hmm. I didn't write them down. I didn't write the dates down. But I can definitely I'm pretty sure we talked about Wednesday. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off here. Been on here for 3.5 hours. Unless anybody else wants a astrology reading or a card read, let me know. But I am going to, I think in this live, it's 10:30. It's not really that late. Saturday Night Live. The girls said, "Hey, hi." Did they get to see if I was going to send them a deck, which sent them the books, but I found this teenage deck that is like angel affirmations. And I was like, I don't want to send them a deck to share though. So if they ever want a deck, I've got one that I could get them, but I wouldn't get them the same deck, obviously. I get them one that they could read each other and give each other affirmations and stuff. Good night, Jill. Love you, babe. Can't wait to see you again. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, Witchy Mama. We loves you. I love you guys, and I appreciate you allowing me to read you, communing, divining. It's great. I love you guys. May 17th. Eek. Yeah, I think we should. I think we should. I think we need to be on tomorrow. I think we need to be watching the news. I think we may need to do that. Um, yeah, I do. I do. Never met April's kids, her twin girls, but man, Yeah, we do. We need to be on tomorrow and talking about it. And just watching the daily news because there's something this coming up week is just going to be, I think we need to be watching it for sure. In all levels, all different yeah. Okay. Cool. I appreciate that. Peace, love, Jeeps. Love you, girl. Love you guys. I will be back on tomorrow. All right. Peace out.